Hi, this is Jim Romer, Dr. Weather. Download a free weather wealth report from about a week and a half to 2 weeks ago. The parabolic moves in cocoa and also now Robusta coffee, how we called some of these markets, and also our early grain weather forecast. Join farmers and traders around the world that really want better weather information and also updates. Let's talk about El Nino today, what's going on with the Argentina corn crop, the severe droughts around the world, particularly in Vietnam. So, first of all, pretty much everyone is talking about La Nina by the middle to latter part of the summer, but some models we get overseas, look at that, suggest warmer than normal temperatures, perhaps persisting in a few areas along the equator into July. That means more like El Nino neutral conditions holding on here. As you see to the right, the SOI index, an indicator of the pressure difference between both Australia and Tahiti, is still in a negative phase. So that means occasional weak El Nino conditions continuing here off and on over the next couple months. So obviously, one of the big concerns right now, but it's not a market factor, is these recent variable weather in Argentina that's lowered the Argentina corn crop quite a bit right now. But because of poor global demand as well as improved corn belt planting weather here right now, we've seen kind of a yawn, at least for now, in this particular market. There to the right, you see that estimates now have come down to 51 million metric tons from 55 million metric tons, possibly a further reduction from last year. The market actually not really paying attention to this right now, but that's pretty much the situation. Actually, crop condition could be falling below 50 million metric tons. There to the far right, you see 48000. That should normally increase demand to the United States as we get deeper into the spring. It's possible that old crop corn can actually follow this more closely, but new crop will probably stay under pressure from excellent planting weather. You see there to the left that corn exports year to date in March in that bracket, 22% below a year ago to China. The demand situation certainly has been a factor dragging down corn and beans here over the last few months. So what's going on globally right now? In red are stress areas. You can see parts of the Ukraine wheat areas need rain here very soon in red. Also parts of the plains wheat areas. I do think with El Nino to El Nino wheat conditions, we're going to see improvement for most wheat areas going into the end of April and May, with more rains coming in about a week or just before that for Kansas and Oklahoma. The real drought situation there is in Vietnam, a combination of climate change, which I strongly believe in, and El Nino. Here's a forecast from about a month ago in March, predicting up to 8 inches below normal rainfall into April and May, and that has caught the Robusta coffee market on fire. We have trading strategies. One trade alone, though past performance not indicative of future results, pays for my newsletter for years. If traders bought Robusta coffee a few weeks ago, that trade is up at least $4,000 or $5,000 a contract. A parabolic move similar to cocoa. When do you sell cocoa? This market's gotten even higher than I expected when the 5-day moving average crosses below the 20-day moving average. So what we do at Weather Wealth is not only give 40 years of experience of out predicting European and GFS models with our own in-house software, Climate Predict, for example, that looks at teleconnections all around the world, sea ice, El Nino, things like that. But we also give trading ideas, and we give a variety of technical analysis as well. We have a weather spider for corn, beans, wheat, pretty much all agricultural markets, and natural gas. Look how my spider about a week ago, 9 days ago, was really bullish Robusta coffee before this a major 10% additional move here over the last week or so. We do these spiders with crop indices, the technical aspect of the market, anti-herd mentality. Are people heavily long or heavily short? How does that affect trading? So some of the recent issues of Weather Wealth, predicting some of the moves with the USDA planning intentions report, looking at the exploding cocoa prices recently. We have a variety of other trading strategies and options and futures in my newsletter. Feel free to download one free issue today. This was published about, I think, a week and a half to 2 weeks ago, about parabolic moves in commodities as well as grain belt weather. And as a Weather Well subscriber, you can ask me a question once a month. Anyway, so In the Midwest and the Northern Plains, look for a really wet period coming up with warmer temperatures returning for the end of April. This is great news for some plains wheat. In the Northern Plains, drought's going to ease. Parts of the Western Corn Belt as well. As we get into the summer, we'll see how El Nino, how fast it weakens, and or climate change does affect temperature values and whether or not we go into a bull market in grains. I'll have all that for you, but right now we've been pretty bearish really since last summer. Enjoy.